Yo guys, and welcome back to Videomas Day 14 and my channel. So today is going to be in the same category of the NBA predictions video that happened 2 days ago, I believe. Yeah, so today's is going to be the NBA 2020-2021 conference seedings prediction. Yes, so I'm going to do the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So yeah, we'll be back. Yes, sir. So the first conference that we're going to do is going to be the Western Conference, which has teams like the Lakers, the Utah Jazz, the Golden State Warriors, and OKC Thunder. So yeah, I'm going to try and run through this real quickly. Just tell you the team, tell you why I think they're going to come there, who their main people might be to help them get there. Yeah. So let's go. So at the last spot in the Western Conference, I have the unfortunate Sacramento Kings. With them, I just don't think De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, and all those dudes have enough. Like, their team is good enough to be higher than that. Even though those two are definite potential players who can excel, I just think the rest of their team doesn't help. Harrison Barnes, that's all I can think of in the Sacramento Kings, actually. And Marvin Bagley, yeah. But unfortunately, that's why I have them being 15th. Number 14 is probably going to be an interesting one by everyone. It is the OKC Thunder. The reason I think they're going to be this low is because they lost experienced point guard Chris Paul, but I believe they did recently replace him with George Hill, who's another experienced point guard. But yeah, I just think ever since Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been joining them, he has helped them be better. But I think with him having to possibly start this year, I think they might have a little downfall. Yes. So number 13 is the Memphis Grizzlies. I honestly will say I don't know much about their team, so that's why I have them being low, but not as low as the bottom. Just because with them, the Grizzlies can be a unusual team. Because they got Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. So those two are definite potential escalators for that team. But they're just not as good, like the rest of the team wise, as they could or should be. Yes. So, yo, this is Future Dilly here. So the reason I'm popping in here is to tell you that at 12th, I have the San Antonio Spurs. Yeah. Sorry I missed it before, but here it is. Yeah, I just think their team isn't as talented as it needs to be a playoff side. But I see Patty Mills having a booming year. So yeah. Catch the rest of the video. So number 11 is the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns. They're trying to get Devin Booker, but I don't see that happening, unfortunately. Yes. So with them, Russell can be an asset to them. He's missed a lot of games recently. So that makes him a little more vulnerable to, yeah. But he can definitely score when you need him to. It's just a lot. When he's on, he's on. When Karl Anthony Towns is on, they are on. Yeah, so that's why I have them in 11th. So we are in the play-in positions, which is the new format that the NBA brought in for the 2019-2020 NBA playoffs bubble thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to go through the little play-in numbers. Then I might do that in the playoff prediction later on. Yes. So number 10, I've got being a surprising one, which is the Golden State Warriors. I just think that Curry's going to have a slow incline to the year. And missing Clay again. Draymond will hopefully be at his best again, but I unfortunately don't fully see it happening. Yeah. And Wiseman is definitely going to help them do bits this year. I just don't think their bench is as good as it was years ago, because they've got Looney, got rid of Marquise Chris, I believe, might be wrong. You've got Kai Bauman. Yeah. But it sucks. But give it a couple more years and they'll be back into the playoffs. Number 9 is the New Orleans Pelicans. With them, Lonzo's going to have an exceptional year again. Zion's going to be in his hopeful all-star potential. I'm not that optimistic about Zion. He missed 60 games last year. But then he came second in the Rookie of the Year. So yeah, it's not impossible. But yeah, Steven Adams, they added to that team. So that is a lethal front court. Zion, Steven Adams, Lonzo Ball at the point guard. I don't know many of the rest of their team, but yeah, that is why they're going to be 9th. Number 8 is going to be a real surprising one. We've got the Phoenix Suns with new star Chris Paul and star in the making Devin Booker. So with them, I think Chris Paul's going to propel their team up a lot higher, because he's going to use his skills to make the team members around him so much better. Just because he might not always be the highest scorer on the day, he can help just get around. Yeah, just pass, shoot, just grab rebounds and that. But then, even with him, his leadership is going to help them in a long run. So yeah. So that is number 8. Number 7 is the last play-in spot. So in 7, I've got the Dallas Mavericks coming 7th with a Luka Doncic who's going to hopefully be the MVP or close to MVP this year. You've got hopefully a full season Porzingis, a hopefully better Boban, because he can be useful when he's used correctly. Yeah. Dennis Smith Jr. maybe. I think he might still be there. He might not be. Yeah. So that is why they are 7th. Sorry what just happened there. My phone ran out of storage. So we're going to go from where we were. So what I was going to say was that in number 6, I've got the Houston Rockets. But this is one that I'm not exactly confident about, because I recently heard that Harden didn't turn up to preseason training for a couple days, till yesterday, I think. Yeah, PJ Tucker wasn't there, but importantly, James Harden was literally at a nightclub. He was bunting off training for a nightclub. That's how shit it sounds. But I still think when season comes, Harden is going to be where they need him to be. So yeah, that's why they're in 6. Number 5 is the Donovan Mitchell-led Utah Jazz and the man Rudy Gobert, who, with them, their potential is a lot higher, but with them, they always fall short, near the end of the year. It's just, I don't know if it's fatigue, they don't have the experience. Yeah. So that's why they are 5. Number 4 is a team that has made a recent resurgence since last year. with it being the Portland Trailblazers, who have the main three of being Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, Enes Kanter, who they brought back, who he played well for them before. And he, on another note with Kanter definitely can, their system fits him well, because they don't focus on him needing to shoot threes exactly, but he can still hit them at an inconsistent rate. So yeah, with Carmelo's had this big comeback spree of a thing. Yeah, he's made it back into possibly being All-Star next year. That's probably a bit excessive, but yeah. So into the final three, we've got the Los Angeles Clippers, who, with that, I just think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard don't always gel together. So it's not impossible for them to be higher. I just think that their team isn't as good as where you want it to be. But they did add Serge Ibaka to their team recently, so that's definitely incredible. So, yeah, they're definitely going to make the team so much better this year. Or he is, yeah. But that is why I have the LA Clippers being third. Sorry I'm not saying much about teams, I just want to get this video, shorter. So number 2 is the Denver Nuggets, who have Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Monte Morris. They recently lost Torrey Craig, so that's going to be unfortunate because that's defense they lose. Yeah, but in the bubble and playoffs, they played exceptionally well. At the start of the season, I would not have thought they would have been the ones knocking off the Clippers. Yeah. So that is why they had 2. They have a lot of potential to be number 1 seed, but it's unlikely. So number 1 is unsurprising. It is the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, and everyone else. I was watching the Lakers v Clippers game earlier. Taylor Horton-Tucker, he's going to be a useful asset if they use him, but it's unfortunate. That's the thing with the Lakers. The Lakers have a bit of young talent, and then they also have the older talent as well. So it's not impossible that they will dominate the league this year. Yes, so that is Eastern Conference finished. So now that the Western Conference was finished, we're going to be doing the Eastern Conference now. With the Eastern Conference, I'm just going to knock it through, not say much about the team. So yeah. So in 15, we've got a power forward struck team, being the New York Knicks. They have way too many power forwards, but they can win games here and there. I just think they're not as good as they used to be in the Carmelo days and so on. Yeah, so that is why they're 15th. In 14th, we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers, who recently signed Tristan Thompson to a 2-year contract, I believe. No, he left the Cavaliers to go to the Celtics. So yeah, with Colin Sexton at the Cavaliers, he's good. I just don't think he's star potential yet. But I honestly can't think of many other members for the Cavaliers either. Yeah. Number 13, we've got the Detroit Pistons, who, their team is good, but they've got Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin, Sayuk Diombu, probably wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, but the Pistons, they have potential to knock off teams again this year. I just don't think their team is where it needs to be for the future, but their future is going to be better. Number 12 is going to be the Chicago Bulls. since the MJ days. Their team has been not as good, but remember, Michael Jordan is the GOAT in my opinion. Yeah. But ever since Derrick Rose got injured in like the finals, I think, or like the playoffs, his career has not been the same since. So the Bulls haven't been the same since then either. So yeah, let's hope that the Bulls and the Pistons can get a trade discussed to get Rose back to the Bulls. That would be great. So with that, the Bulls can definitely win games. They can be on the brink of playoffs. I just don't think because their team isn't good enough. Yeah, I've said that for a lot of them, so yeah, sorry. Number 11 is the Orlando Magic. With them being in the bubble last year, they showed more potential to be a playoff contender. Not like a playoff contender, like in the middle of a playoff contender. Yeah, because the Magic, hopefully they have Markelle Fultz back to not bust level. Yes. So number 10, I'm knocking through this quickly, sorry. So in number 10, we've got the Atlanta Hawks, who their starting lineup is definitely where you want it to be. Trae Young, Clint Capella. I forgot, sorry. Yeah, but they recently added Danilo Gallinari, who I think will be coming off the bench. Oh, John Collins. Yeah, they'll be coming off the bench. He will be. Gallinari. Yeah, so that's why I have them being 10th. Number 9 is the Indiana Pacers with TJ Warren. He led the Pacers to a good record in the bubble. I think with him, he's going to have an exceptional breakout year again. Yeah. The Pacers don't have much other than that. Hopefully Oladipo plays some more games. That's all. Miles Turner plays some more. Yeah. So in the 8th spot, we've got the Charlotte Hornets led by Terry Rozier, Devontae Graham, LaMelo Ball. Can't forget the 12-game Illawarra star. Gordon Hayward, who, even if he doesn't score well, I think his leadership is going to help him and the team. Yes. So, in 7, we've got the Washington Wizards, the new-look Washington Wizards. They got rid of John Wall for Russell Westbrook, and Bradley Beal's still there. So, I think with them, Russell Westbrook's going to definitely propel them to be more of a contender. I'm not being mean to John Wall or anything. I just think he's been injury prone over the last couple of years. But it's not impossible. So, yeah. That's like Westbrook. I think the system is more suited for him now. With him being next to Bradley Beal, he doesn't have to do the whole work when Harden isn't hitting anything. Because he's still got Beal there to do more scoring. Yeah. So that is why the Wizards are in 7th. Number 6 is the Philadelphia 76ers. I think Simmons and Embiid, they're going to both just get rid of their problems and troubles. And they're going to play well together this year, hopefully. Number 5 is the Toronto Raptors, who they might be not 5th just because they lost Ibaka. Lowry looks like he's slowing potentially down, but he can still score well. Yeah. Number 4 is the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. I think those two are going to gel together perfectly, except for, like, Kyrie's not wanting to speak to the media, which, in my opinion, that's fine. He doesn't want none of that bullshit from some people. Yeah. Number 3 is the Boston Celtics. They're one that I'm not as convinced with. Kemba's off a lot. You've got They lost Gordon Hayward, even though he didn't play many games for them. Yeah, you've got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. I can't remember who their centre is, but I think it's Tristan Thompson now. Yeah. 2 is the Miami Heat. With them, you've got Jimmy Butler hitting the form of his career. Bam Adebayo turning into an all-star level player. You've got Kendrick Nunn, who can score here and there. You've just got, like, their team is all-rounded. You've got Udonis Haslem, who I believe has gone round for his 18th or 17th season, or maybe even 16th. Yeah. So they're definitely going to be another contender. Number 1 is the Milwaukee Bucks. I just think with them adding Drew Holiday to their team, and Giannis still being there with Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez, I think, yeah, their team is going to dominate again. Giannis might again be MVP material, hopefully. Yeah. So that is why the Bucks are number 1, because yeah, Giannis is going to lead them to more heights again. Hopefully we'll get close to a championship this year. So yeah, we'll be right back for the outro. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and if you enjoyed this video from me, we've got the rest of Videomas to go. So today's day 14, so that means there's about 11 more videos left. So yeah, and if you can click the little red subscribe button down below, but I'm not forcing you though. So yeah, thank you. See you next time. See you tomorrow.